Hello, Tinkerbell here, and thank you for tuning in to Life of Tinka. So as my first official video on my channel, aside from my introduction video, I'm going to try to recreate my dream house in The Sims 4. An emphasis on try because I have already tried to work with recreating a real life tiny home into a Sims 4 tiny home with the whole placement grids and things having to be in a certain position and spot in order for it to work with the rest of the whole flow of the house and to allow the Sims to actually move through and stuff. So this will be my attempt based off of the things that I like, which currently is tiny homes and especially container homes, as well as adding a minimalistic style to said home. I even have some pictures of which I can go off of as inspiration to my overall look of the house. In fact, this all started when I saw a picture of a container home off of eBay and I started thinking about how I could change it and design it to fit my own personal style. And there are a couple of things that I want for my ideal dream house, and though I say a couple of things lightly. I want to have a loft and a fireplace. I want to have a big bathroom with a shower tub like combo. Spoiler, I couldn't actually find that in The Sims 4, so I just had to have a shower and a tub in my bathroom, but that's works out anyways. I want a patio, a garden, a big rustic kitchen, kind of. I don't really like the rustic style that much, but rustic chic. An office slash art room, a living room slash event room so I can actually be able to do things and host kind of parties and get-togethers and stuff. I want a game room because I love video games. A beauty vanity room where I keep all my beauty stuff, and an outdoor terrace slash kitchen, kind of like the outdoor kitchens that you see in those really nice houses. I want a style of that and just make it really nice. So love tiny homes, love minimalistic things, but I also like to be extravagant when I can't be. And I feel like with a smaller house, it gives you more room to actually focus on the things that you really want, so you have money to splurge on that rather than just splurging on the extra space. So pretty much at this point, I'm just kind of working with the wall heights. This is kind of where I found that it's hard to build a tiny home in Sims, because even though I wanted a container home which would be slightly lower as far as the ceiling height compared to a regular house, it's kind of more, it's higher just like a regular house. So that's where I kind of had to compromise and have it less than an actual tiny house. However, in reality, this definitely would look smaller. Right now it looks more like a two-story house. But mostly what I really want to get to at the heart of this video is pretty much that if you really want to go for something, you have to set goals. And from the beginning of my introduction video, I was saying that I wanted to live my life a certain type of way, where I just focus on the things that make me happy. But I feel like I also need to focus on what kind of goals do I want to set for my life. What do I really want to go for? And I feel like before you even get to that point, you have to really focus in on what it is that you want out of life. So what better way to start off a channel where you have so much potential to actually go out and do something great than to start off a video where you focus on your goals, just like I did with my goals for what I wanted in this house. I want to set goals for what I want out of life. So my main thing out of life is, well, originally Originally, when I had this idea for this house, I had set it up so that at the bottom, on the bottom floor, the bottom container, because this house would be using 3 containers, each section would be a container. The L shape of the bottom floor is 2 containers, and then the top floor kinda would be another container on top of that. And originally, when I had set that up, I set it up where the kitchen would be in the middle, right as you're looking from the street view. And that was because I really thought that I wanted to go and do this bakery thing for myself, because I do enjoy cooking. I do enjoy baking more than anything, but I don't think I want to have a bakery in my life, or as far as a end goal career thing. I'm still really stuck as far as what I actually want to do with my life. So I'm just kind of trying to take it day by day, find things that I enjoy doing, and then going out and actually doing those things and try to find myself from there. After all, I'm just 23. My mom says that that's still enough time, but I feel like I could have been out there doing more things that I really enjoyed instead of trying to force myself into being something that I'm not, basically. So as I actually start to focus in on the things that I really want to do, I can't see myself being in a bakery career forever. So even though the kitchen is still the focal point, the center point, and the focal point of this house, I don't think I'd actually stick with baking, but I still love cooking, so I still want a big kitchen. I just can't see myself always focusing on baking like that. And it's funny because that's even changed even from the beginning of this build, which was earlier this month. And now it's, to date this recording, the 21st of the month. It's pretty much been 20 days since I started building this house, and I've already changed what I wanted to do as far as if I wanted to be a baker, because I was thinking of going along with the cottage food laws and just being a home baker rather than a professional baker and opening up a donut shop or something like that. And originally I just wanted to do like homemade goods and stuff and try to sell those, but I don't think that's a long-term career move for me. I think that's just something nice for the time being. So as I said before, this whole channel is just trying to figure it all out and having fun while I do it. And honestly, I have to say that this is one of the most frustrating points in my life. I don't know, like I think about when my baby sister was little, when she was just learning to crawl and she would have tummy time, and my dad would give her like little tummy times to say like, hey, just flip her over on her stomach and then let her try to figure out how to crawl and stuff. And she would struggle so much with lifting up her head that her little face would turn red and she would get cranky and start crying because she can't crawl. And then he would just say that she's just so frustrated with the whole process and stuff. And then I guess that's pretty much where I am, where it's a comparison. Having an identity crisis and a career crisis is something like a baby struggling with tummy time and lifting their head up and actually having the body strength to crawl. But sometimes it just frustrates me so much. I feel so lost in life right now. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I just know that I want to do something. And at this point in my life, it just kills me right now. But pretty much this house design is an embodiment of this place that I'm in right now. Like everything that I'm valuing in this house is who I am at this point in time. And it can be subject to change. Like I can't even begin to tell you how many times I change the style of this house. Like, this is just the beginning style change, and even at a certain point in the video, I changed the style completely and just switched things around multiple times to try to get things right. And I don't know, I feel so lost. But here we're at the kitchen part, and this is definitely when I found out that it was going to be a struggle to try to turn a container home into a tiny home in The Sims, because even with the counter spaces, it took up so much space. Because at first I wanted the doorway to go straight to the kitchen, because once again, the kitchen is the focal point. But it wouldn't allow me to have the doorway and the counter space there to have the islands and stuff, or to kind of have that U shape in the kitchen. So that was a real struggle. Feel like it would be a lot easier in a real life container home, because this is already larger than an actual container home is supposed to be. But hey, we'll just go along with it since it's The Sims. And the kitchen has also had to go through many changes until we get to the end point. But yeah, I don't know. At this point in my life, I feel kind of lost. I just need some little anchors to set me straight in the right direction. And I think I want to do that as far as just getting out there, having fun, living my life. I guess I never really gave myself enough of a chance to do that before, or I never had enough of a chance to do that before, especially with my mom. My dad had always encouraged me to go out and have fun and stuff, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm still kind of going through a whole I'm so lost thing. Maybe that's just what everyone goes through. Maybe this is just what I have to go through, but I'll figure it out, I guess. After all, there's a reason why there's so many articles online where people are asking and giving out hint or tips about how to find out what they want to do with their life and finding their life purpose and all of that. So I'm definitely not unique there. So at this point, I'm setting up all the lighting through the house, and I saw a little part where I was working on the art room, office room, and I'm also struggling to fit the bed down right and how exactly I want to do the outdoor space. Oh, it's so different to see it from this version. It definitely changes quite a bit from how it is now. But yeah, this whole thing was a process, and it took longer than I expected it to. So I gotta let you guys in on a little tragedy that happened here. While I was playing the game, or while I was recording it, when designing the whole game, or designing the house, for some reason it had stopped recording somewhere in the middle. I don't know why or what happened, but it will come up in a little bit where I've gotten more of the house completed. Yep, there it is. So yeah, this is after I've pretty much decorated quite a bit, and I'm working on the garage and trying to fit this little car in here, this toy car, and make it into an actual nice car. I can't say that I would have a sports car in my dream house, but a car in a garage would be nice. I just wanted to highlight that there's a garage there. I don't think I do much work on the garage after a while, but I definitely have my garden set up in the back, and I'm working on the living room with the bathroom, and I'm putting a TV in the living room for guests that want to come by, and it can also function as a game room too if I'm just by myself and I don't have anyone there. Oh, and this is where I really start to change some things around. I came back from working on this house before and I thought I was done with it, but then I decided that I was going to completely change up the layout of it and switch where I wanted my bedroom to be. And that was actually a little harder than I thought originally. This was a really frustrating layout change, and especially trying to work with The Sims 4 because I haven't played the game in quite a while. I had just got this computer to try to play video games on it, only to find out it wasn't actually a gaming computer. I'm so sad because now I can't play Planet Coaster. I should have did more research on the actual computer instead of looking at how cheap the price was. But yeah, unfortunately that does kind of put a damper on things. And I really like how the window to my whole vanity dress up makeup room was pointing out to the little outdoor balcony thing. That was really nice, but of course I don't keep it. I did end up liking how it all came together at the end though. It was nice, but I do think a window outside overlooking kind of like either a garden or like an outdoor upper deck space would be really nice. So here I also changed out where the bathroom was going to be. I have to put in the bed, try to turn it into a loft. Oh yes, because I was thinking before that it would be really nice if the bedroom was overlooking the loft of the living room. That's why I originally changed it, because otherwise the loft space lookout area was going to be looking out over the kitchen, which didn't really make any sense, and it's not really a good scenic view at all. It doesn't really tie in with the rest of the home. So here I was trying to make sure that my bed can fit with this whole loft situation over the living room, and it was actually a struggle to. I didn't want that railing there over the stairs like that, and I kind of wanted to completely shut it off, but then working with The Sims, it would automatically add a floor there, so that sucked. And then trying to rearrange the furniture in the living room with the stairs was a real hassle, and it actually ends up becoming the reason why I ended up changing this whole living room layout, and I actually got rid of the stairs in the living room. It was just too much. I don't know, it's so weird to work with The Sims and try to make a small house like this without doing that whole 3x3 cube challenge or something like that. It's just not going to work out. Not being a realistic or a house that you would really live in. So this may seem a little off topic, but I feel like designing this house is symbolic of actually setting my goals. And so it may also seem like I'm going back and forth between talking about the house and then talking about the goals that I want to set for my life, but this is all pretty much one and the same. Just having a visual cue of what you wanted to do with your life is just important for just moving forward and stuff. And it's kind of the same with this house, even if it's not actually looking similar to that whole thing. But yeah, and when I get to the focus of this channel, and as far as my end goal, or pretty much this house is, designing this house is setting up what I want for an end goal. And also what I want for an end goal for my life is a little confusing right now. To be honest, I'm really anxious about my future. as a 23-year-old going through a slight identity crisis. I'm just anxious. I don't know if this will all work out for me in the end. I just know that I want this channel to be a way for me to set my own deadlines and hold myself accountable towards building a lifestyle that I love, as I've said numerous times already in just 2 videos, and I'm sure everyone is going to get sick of this by the end of, or probably by the 10th video that I've created if I keep talking about it. But I mean, this is just relevant to me at this point in my life, and consider it also a vlog, video log of where I am at this point in my life. And right now, yeah, I'm anxious about my future, especially considering that I always seem to deny what I want, and I've kind of lost touch with who I am. Like, my mom would always, or not really that, but like, I'd always think about all these things that I wanted to do when I was little, and it would always depend on my parents, as most young kids' whole lifestyles do. So I don't know, a lot of that was just being denied of anything that I wanted to do with my life. And now that I'm older, I see that kind of struggle with that a lot more now, though it's not like I'm the only one. There's plenty of other people who also struggle, whether they have a childhood where their parents allow them to do stuff or not. So not saying that I'm special, but just it's actually starting to become a burden for me at this point in my life. And I kind of freak out a little bit because I see other people building a lifestyle, doing what they love, and I had spent the previous 4 years trying to be super serious, and well, actually I'd say maybe 2 or 3 years trying to be really serious and build a business. And because I see other people making a living doing that, doing just the things that they love, and I just thought the only way that I could ever get respect or actually live up to the ideals and expectations of who I should be is to go into a serious career. I mean, it even took me a long time to even realize that I actually just kind of wanted to be a video creator and base it off of video games, but even then that's kind of changed. I still want to do video games, and obviously the second video, or the very first video on my channel is a video game. Yet I feel like I wouldn't want to focus just on video games itself, because I feel like that would kind of cut off part of who I am as a person. Yet if I lived a life without video games, then I'd also be cutting off a part of myself as a person. Oh, and this design choice. I'll change this very soon, but yeah. So I don't know. I kind of worry about being indecisive. Because my dad always says stuff like a jack of all trades is a master of none, and I'm worried about picking the wrong trade for me. When I went with the whole business plan thing and being serious, I cut off a part of myself that enjoyed video games and stuff, and it kind of kept me away from that part of who I was. And now I feel even more lost because I cut that out of my life. And all the while I was still watching like let's plays and stuff off on YouTube and stuff, so it wasn't really gone, but I had stopped actually playing video games, which now I really regret. And I know a lot of people say that you should stop playing video games, it's not good for you and stuff, but how does it make you feel when you feel more lonely or less of a person when you stop actually doing that? Like, what does that say about you? What does that say about where you actually want to go in life? Or if that is actually a good choice for how you live your life. Because I don't know, I've been without video games for 3 or 4 years, or without playing it, and yeah, still can't keep me away from it. And I still feel worse not playing them. But yeah, pretty much I do want to be like those other people that actually have or actually enjoy their life just because they get to focus on things that they actually enjoy. Like some people just do makeup off of Instagram and they get famous for it, and they get they build a reputation off of just doing makeup on Instagram or something, or off of just doing costume makeup, or off of video games, or cooking. Now there's so many opportunities for people to really stand out for who they are, and I know there's only a small percentage of people who succeed even when they go out and do these things. But I feel like life wouldn't be worth living if I never gave it a shot. Even though it scares me, I have to try, because I have to say the only thing that I have on my bucket list is building something that shows my full self, just shows who I really am. And honestly, right now at this point in my life, creating videos and stuff like this is really showing off that part of myself. Like, I'm so proud of how far I've gotten with this video itself and the previous videos, and just going out there and actually putting my channel out there. And if I had continued to build this channel and have a whole list of videos that I created, whether I get rewarded for it or not, I would still be really proud of myself, and I could say that I can die happy knowing that I at least completed that. I can't really say that about any of the other jobs that I worked for, because there's a lot of companies that will tell you you're a valuable asset to the company, yada yada, we're glad to have you here and stuff. But it's not really fulfilling to me if I didn't go out and try something like this, if I didn't do this. So yeah, I've always struggled with denying what I really want, and even with this video here, or even with designing my home in Sims, you know why I'm so bad at playing The Sims now, or decorating? I know it's sped up really fast, so you don't see how many different mistakes I've made, but like, there's some things that I've just lost. I don't know the cheat codes like I used to, and I've just lost touch with video gaming so much. And but yeah, I've started to deny myself even playing The Sims, even though I spent all this money for The Sims to buy the base game and some of the expansion packs and stuff. And that's just because I'm still stuck in this I have to be serious if I ever want to achieve anything in my life type of scenario in my head. And that's actually cut out some of the things that I enjoyed, like this. And the only way that I can actually justify myself playing this game is by recording a video for it, and that's really sad. Like, just enjoy yourself. You're not gonna always have these opportunities to enjoy yourself, and yet at the same time, I do still want to build skills. I still want to become a better person, but I also want to enjoy the process as I grow into a better person. So that's a mouthful. A lot of anxiety, a lot of expectation, a lot of what I'm feeling right now in this point in my life. But I don't really expect a lot of people to see this video to begin with. I don't really expect a lot of people to really even be attached to my first early works of video editing and video creating and voicing who I am online, but this just is a pivotal point for me to actually show, like, how did I start out? Where am I going to go with this? What design am I gonna start for this roof? I don't know. But yeah, there's just a lot of growing to do. It's pretty much all I could say. I really hope that I do actually be able to, or I really hope that I do one day build something that I really enjoy, that I'm really proud of. I really hope that this goes somewhere where I create a lifestyle that I love. I hope that this becomes something that I can always do. Oh, and that scares me so much. I don't know what's worse, going for what I actually want to do, or living a life where I never go for, or I never actually succeed in doing it. Like, if I did create videos all the time, if it never went anywhere, and I am still stuck at a dead-end job for like 5 or 10 years later, still stuck at a dead-end job, that would be so depressing. I don't even know what I would do with myself at that point. Yeah, I just hope I find something that I'm proud of. Please just let there be something. And this is the point where I like put up a bunch of, what's this, like lavender in front? Yeah, I don't like lavender. I don't like the smell of lavender, and I don't like the color. So I'd rather have these like peach colored roses. I think that's what they pretty much are. Not a fan of roses either, but the pink color is what had me going with this. And then I also wanted to block off the bathroom because I didn't want people to come and see me if I really was living in this house. So right now at this point, I just figured put some room dividers up and try to block it off like that. But yeah, decisions as far as real life stuff outside of a video game. How should I reach my end goal? What is my end goal? At least I have this house online to show me what's an end goal of a dream house. But when it comes to an end goal of life, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so scared. But, you know, even if I am scared, I know that there's only one thing that I gotta do, and that means taking a risk. If you want to have a life that you love, that you're passionate about, that truly interests you, you have to take that risk and go for it. I don't think there's ever been anyone who's really done something successful in their life, who's really, you know, actually created something that they are really proud of without taking risks, without being afraid of the next step. So even if I am scared, the only thing I can do is take a step. I know this sounds like switching between, oh, I'm so afraid, to, oh, I got this. I know exactly what I want to do in my life. I really don't. I don't know at all. But I just know that many successful people have also had to go through these same fears too. So I know that I'm not unique in this area. So there's only one thing to do, I guess. No point in being near tears online about it. So I'm not really in tears about it. I'm just extremely frustrated. But I gotta take baby steps to learn how to crawl before I can actually walk and run and live a life where I enjoy everything that I'm doing every day. Well, not everything. I don't think anyone ever enjoys every single thing they have to do every day. But at least reach a more peaceful, passion-filled life that doesn't end in a dead-end job and a dead-end career. Wishing that I had done something better with the short amount of time that I had to live my life. So with that being said, as we nearly wrap up and finish this house build, Um, I really have to finish up and wrap up this whole identity crisis moment, this whole dramatic moment of not knowing where I want to go in my life, or at least for this video. I'm still going to be freaking out later on after this video, but I have to try something, and at the very least I'm glad that I'm going for something that actually makes me happy. Like, this time I'm not afraid. Also, going back a little bit to those curtains, oh my gosh, I was so happy when I finally figured out I could just put those curtains there. Like, rather than trying to do that room divider thing for the bathroom and then switching the tub and the shower, worked so much better. But that aside, this whole video was, or the whole point of this video was finding out your end goal, and I really wanted to talk about my whole identity crisis thing that I'm going through. And after all, this is my first official video on my channel, so I don't really care. Or, it's not that I don't care. It's like, not many people are going to see this. Not many people are going to care. I care, but not many people are. So I don't mind if most of this video is pretty much, well, just not great. I won't say crap. I just will say not great. Because I don't really expect a lot of people to expect a lot out of me. I'm just enjoying my time right now. But I do want to get better still. I'm not trying to give up or be, what's the word for it? What's the word that I'm looking for? So I'm not apathetic towards progress or me becoming a better person or just getting better in general in this thing that I enjoy doing, which is video creating. But I don't mind dishing out my emotions at this point in time. So as we're nearing the very end of this, we are about to see the highlights of everything that I put together in this, all the work that I put into it, all the hours that I put into this, that you don't even know how much had went into this because it's all flying by so fast. But yeah, I guess this just goes to show when you really risk it and put your hard work out there, you come up with something that's pretty amazing. And that is this house. So I will see you guys next time, and maybe next time won't be such an emotional dump. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm still working on a proper outro. So be true to yourself, and peace. Side note, I did find a cute little house that I wouldn't mind substituting this house for.